On the border of the College of New Jersey campus is the state's capital, Trenton. Once a highly interconnected community, now Trenton is considered only safer than 13% of U.S. cities. With the decline of industrial factories came vacant lots, empty buildings, and broken windows. Searching for new means of employment, some Trenton locals found a home at the College of New Jersey. As a student here, I was instantly interested in the lives of the workers serving me food. During my late-night binges at T-Dubs, I would chomp down on an overstuffed burrito while talking about life with a dreadlocked man with an open mind, Roscoe. Eventually, my journalistic itch urged me to learn more about Roscoe. For a TC&J class, I interviewed him and learned about his turbulent background and his optimistic perspective. Roscoe, how's it going?
Hey, I'm doing pretty good, man. How are you, man?
I'm pretty good, thank you. Thank you so much for coming.
This is my 6th year, going on my 7th year here. Yeah, I started off in ICOF, working the, what do you call it? It was Classics at one year before they changed it over. But it was basically the hot station where all the dinner is being served. But that's what I did my first year. I kind of got the hang of it real quick. Coming from my previous job before that, it wasn't that hard to do. But I stayed to myself, man. I didn't want to mess up. That's every day I came in like, yo, don't drop the plate, don't spill food, get the right order. When I got here, I didn't know anybody. Just the few people that I did know were state workers, and they're the ones who told me about the job. So I never really seen them. So it took me a while to get to know people, and once I walked in and everybody was like, family already. They knew each other, they were friends already. I was like the odd person out, and so it took me a while to get to know everybody. But by the second, third semester and everything, like I opened up a little bit. The job had me working full-time hours, but paying me part-time. So I really wanted to, move up. I need, benefits, all the different things that they were offering.
Yeah.
I was working those hours, but on paper, I'm not listed as that. So I asked them, like, why don't y'all just make me full time? But they, I guess corporately couldn't do that for that position. I was working at the station. And then, like, T-Dubs had a different feeling.
Yeah? How so?
It was, I don't know. It seemed like at ICOF, it was like, all right, let's get our food so we can hurry up and sit down so we can go to the next class. T-Dubs is more nighttime, so they have more time to relax. They'll hang around more, talk to you a little bit more. This is lingering around. It just felt like more like the nighttime atmosphere. And it felt like really cool. And then the staff that they had at the time, they all worked well with each other. They were all helping out, pitching in everywhere they could. So when I seen that, I gravitated towards it. I could, just to come to work every day and just stand there and take the order, give it away. Students need more than that, They come in with a bad day, or they come in, wanting to share news, and I got a real straight face. I don't want to make them feel uncomfortable, So smile sometimes, or be open. Ask them about their day.
So, you were just telling me how Trenton, even though there's a lot of negativity, there's a lot of you.
I mean, it's not even a lot of negativity. That's just where the spotlight seems to be on. It's like the way it's perceived, like the newspapers and media outlet. That's what they can't wait for, because when the beautiful things are going on, where are they? Sometimes.
Right.
But Sage Coalition is a nonprofit organization. It's a city beautification team, basically. It enlists multiple different types of artists. Some do murals, some do canvas, some do candles, some do music, some do photography, some do sculpting, gardening. It's just like a group, just people that have their natural born talents getting together and say, let's do something positive. And it kind of took the city by storm, because I think that's what the city was waiting for, something like that, or somebody just to do something. Art is never considered a job. It's like a hobby to a lot of people. It's, oh yeah, you can paint, whatever. But people take a lot of pride in it. Mm-hmm. And a lot of the people in the city I think they just wanted to see a change, man. It's like I said, some of these places look deserted sometimes, but to see beautiful paintings of sometimes children from that city on the wall, or a picture of somebody that they grew up and they used to admire on a wall, gave them hope, gave them some inspiration, made me want to go to work a little bit happier knowing that this is in my city now. So that's what I think Sage has become. It's more of, we've made Trenton an art scene. Nah, the bubbles were
Man, that was so funny coming up with the name of this wall. Yeah.
What's the name of the wall?
Now it's the City of Dreams wall, but it was the Bubbles and Shit wall.
It was just like a random question, like after they were pretty much complete, and Rain was just like, what are we gonna name it? I don't know, the Bubbles and Shit. And so we laughed about it for about 10, 15 minutes. And you just had to see Rain like, guys, you had to be serious.
Yeah, like,
come on. He was like, look at you, Roscoe, not you too. It was just full of love, man. And
yeah, I done some of my best heckling on this wall, man.
Being a single father in Trenton is tough for Roscoe. He tries to be the best role model for his daughter, Dreamy, and offer her the best opportunities possible. So you mentioned your daughter. Yeah. Tell me a bit about her, Dreamy.
Dreamy, yeah. Her real name is Yanasia Maria Ajane Connor Kelly, but I wasn't calling her all that. So her name is Dreamy. But no, that's just the name I came up with when she was born. As a person, I worked with children for close to 12 years before that, and used to see kids all the time, man. So like I would always envision myself being a dad and being happy. So I used to daydream. I used to dream at night sometimes about how, what it would be like to be a parent. So when I found out I was having a little girl, I was like, oh, Dreamy. So that's the name I called her, Dreamy, every day. And so that's what she knows herself as. Yeah. Yeah, the City of Dreams. It was something that came to me real quick, because that's how I felt about it. Just looking at it, my daughter, it was just like I just felt comfortable. The City of Dreams, and then I came up with the quote for it as well too. It was just like a really, really encouraging thing to see my daughter like immortalized at such a young age. It was a little overwhelming because I feel like I achieved something as not just a parent, but as a man and just somebody that's proud to be in this city. Like, okay, I'm doing my part as being a positive figure out here. So something that somebody could look at or look up to, and they helped me do that, man. And they did something for my daughter. Like I can never repay them for this. I can never do that. It was just a beautiful thing to witness.
Kung Fu is a way for them to spend quality time together by learning discipline, patience, and work ethic. You mentioned martial arts. Yeah. I know that that's something very special to the both of you.
Martial arts is Kung Fu, actually. I was training Southern style Kung Fu, and it's really cool to learn that history because you always see how it relates to you. It's really cool to see how things operate, and some of the stuff that I'm learning has been around for centuries. It's stuff that they used to go to war with to fight.
Wow.
It's pretty cool to know. It's pretty cool to know, man. It's I was honored to be there.
What's the difference between that style of Kung Fu and the other style?
I would say Kung Fu, Southern. I was training Southern style, so Southern would be like South China. Southern China would be like more of the poorer area. They couldn't afford weapons. They couldn't afford like fancy facilities to train in. They couldn't afford to hire trained people to train myself. So like an example of a northerner would be another Kung Fu style would be like Jackie Chan or Jet Li. Very quick paced, A lot of punches and kicks being thrown before you dispose of that one person, and then they go on to the next person. A lot of kicks, a lot of high kicks and stuff like that. Southern style would be more of, like I said, they were using that to protect themselves from invaders. So they don't have time to punch, kick, and then go to the next person. They're at war. You need to punch this person one time and go to the next person. And I always love that mindset and that mentality, because you can apply it to not just fighting, but you can apply it to life, period. You attack certain with that energy, and this is what I'm going to do because I said I'm going to do it, and that's it. It's being around people that are always uplifting, encouraging, and starting new things, and it makes you want to do the same, because you know you're born with something. There's something special about everybody, and somebody has a gift, and you want to share it with the world. But being around it, if you're around that type of energy every day, like I'm coming to these events, I used to bring my daughter to all the events. I don't care if it's hip hop, just art, if we're outside, we're inside. I brought her to everything because I want her to see that at an early age, so that it stay fresh in her mind that I was around this type of atmosphere all my life.
Half of my friends that I know, their dad's either not with them or somewhere else.
This is all I know. All I know is being successful. All I know is being creative. I want to encourage her to do that so that she'll start her own and encourage and uplift other little girls and other little boys around her.
Like if I had graduation, he'll be there. Or like if I was in a play or something like that, he'll be there.
Anytime I get a chance to share something about myself, I mention them because you have to understand how they affected me. And they encouraged me, they uplifted me. Every time I used to come outside or drive around, it was so dull. It was so, like, I'm so used to seeing the same thing. And they came and totally blew my mind with, you know what I mean, with colors and paint and designs and stuff that just sparked my interest and made me want to be a better person. It made me want to say, well, what can I do for my city? You know what I mean? If they're doing this and taking risks and taking chances, what can I do? You know what I mean? So I just became a better person seeing them putting the work in. And that forced me to be responsible for my area. What I'm gonna do, just sit back and complain my whole life? Well, this is not right, this is bad, this is terrible, what am I gonna do about it? And they gave me that extra push, that extra willpower to say, you know what, get up and do something, start something, be about something, be seen, be more vocal about what you believe in and what you want.